think one of the messages I'd like to give about retirement saving is that it's very important that each of us take ownership for our retirement saving and our plan. I think that there's been a change over the last few years in our industry, which means that we're going to have to start taking ownership. So if you go back to maybe 20, 30 years ago, perhaps the previous generation, the way retirement saving worked is that if you had a good job and you stayed with an employer for a long time, you were pretty much assured of a reasonable pension in retirement. And that's because your retirement was based on how long you'd worked for an employer and what your salary was. But over time, the way retirement works has changed. And now it's very much dependent on how much you're able to save up for retirement, regardless of how long you've worked or really what you earn. And so that means that it's no longer true that if you're with a good company or a good employer, you're going to be looked after. There isn't necessarily someone specifically looking at your retirement and saying, yes, you're on track, or saying, hey, no, you're not on track. And so we have to take that responsibility. We find through engaging with our customers and through research that we do that often people still feel that if they belong to a fund or they have an investment, that automatically means they're going to have a comfortable retirement. And that's not always the case. Often, people who reach retirement with too little discover that too late because they've been operating under that frame of mind. And so absolutely we have to be saving for retirement. We'd love to be part of a retirement fund through an employer or saving through a retirement annuity, but you also have to check that what's being saved there is enough, particularly if you have been in a situation where you've not preserved for retirement. It's highly likely that even those investments you're making are not going to be enough. And so you need to take that check or that responsibility onto yourself to say, do I have enough? And is there more I need to try to do for the retirement I'd like to have when I reach there one day? And so that's something you should probably look at on an annual or 2 yearly basis. And here is where you can ask your financial service providers, your advisor, to assist you with that, to give you that picture. If you belong to a pension or provident fund, at least once a year they give you a statement of how much you earn. And many funds today tell you what kind of income that saving will project to you when you reach retirement. If you have other investments, an advisor can help you put that picture together to tell you, how's it looking? If you carry on the way you're going, are you on track for enough? Or are there some alarm bells and is there something more you need to do? That then empowers you to A, know how your retirement's looking, and B, be able to take action as soon as possible. We find that a lot of people, their biggest fear about retirement is not knowing whether they're going to have enough. So by taking charge of your retirement, working out, whether it's by yourself or with the help of an advisor, how much you need and knowing how you're tracking against that is probably the most powerful thing you can do to take charge of your retirement.